Good morning, everybody. I'm the legend, joined by my wonderful girlfriend Molly, and we're here in Hollywood, California today, the Los Angeles area. And in this video here, we're going to show you off. We're going to go sightseeing, do some touristy stuff. And we're going to show you all the fun food we ate, some of the wild bars we went to. And that's what this video is going to be. We're starting out here, of course, one of the icons of Hollywood, the Hollywood sign. We're here at Lake Hollywood Park.
Yes.
Which is adorable because it's like a big giant dog park and there's tons and tons of dogs. And you get a really cool view of the sign.
It's like a view that you don't have to hike to.
Yeah, and parking was not the easiest, but not the worst.
I think it could be very popular on like summer weekends.
Yeah, but you get to see tons of dogs.
That's true.
There's so many dogs.
It's a very good view of the Hollywood side.
Also, they have what might be the most frightening sign I've ever seen in front of a playground. Not no dogs allowed. Caution, rattlesnakes?
Huh? Well?
Yeah, that's terrifying. Anyway, enough about frightening signs. Let's go check out Los Angeles and Hollywood. Up next on the tour is the Griffith Observatory, which is a free science museum kind of place on the top of a mountain, and it also gives you some of the best views of the city. You can see the Hollywood sign off in the distance over there again, and cool architecture too. About $10 to park your car up here, and the parking's kind of limited.
Yes, they do have free parking down
a hill. But let's go check this out. Now in the roof area of the observatory, some of the cool views you get. Obviously LA is known for their smog, and it's kind of a morning haze plus the smog. So it doesn't give you the greatest view, but it's a neat view. Really like this view here with the big planetarium dome and then the city. Also, if you're somebody that's into hiking and that kind of thing, there's a ton of that in this Griffith Park area. As you can see some of the pathways and trails. Inside of the observatory now, it looks like a kind of a science museum. Molly is aiming a big telescope, like she's closing the doors. Cool. It's got one of these. It's kind of a standard thing that you see in the science museum to tell time. And it's in a really cool dome. Also, when you walk in, if you want to go to the planetarium does cost money. The museum is free, so you buy your tickets here. In the lower level, there's a really big room with like all the planets. Do have a giant spinning moon here with what I assume has to be a moon rock. Our next stop, we're still in Griffith Park, and we have to stop and ride the merry-go-round. Not because we wanted to ride the merry-go-round so much, but it's really historical from especially being big Disney dorks and big theme park fans. As this is where, as the fable goes, Walt was sitting on the bench watching his kids on the carousel and got the idea for Disneyland. So once I knew we were coming here, I'm like, oh, we have to go to the carousel. Merry-go-round.
Merry-go-round.
I would say only $2 to ride too. And they have a snack bar, and the snack bar is also really cheap. So it's $2 for a ride or $2 for a hot dog. Carousel not in the best shape. It's interesting because they do have like one bench that like the Walt Disney Family Foundation restored. That looks great. The rest of it not in the best of shape. But like to restore a carousel is insanely expensive.
Yes.
But it was cool to come here for that kind of historical nerd thing. I'm happy we did it. I believe it's only open on weekends and holidays.
Weekends starting at 11 a.m.
Yep. We are still in the Griffith Park area, and it's home to the LA Zoo. So we're going to check that out. I really like zoos. I love going to seeing all the animals. And up next is going to be some of our favorite animals and exhibits we saw at the zoo. I had to turn the camera back on because now you can see his little face.
What? That's all. You want to get out? I want to get out.
So cool. So we now made it to downtown LA, and this is the Bradbury Building, famous old building. Also was in a bunch of movies. Next up on the hit list, we're going to this big white building, which is the Broad, an art museum, but kind of a weird art museum. And it's free. You just reserve your tickets in advance. So this crazy looking building here is the Walt Disney Concert Hall. We're not going in, but just like architectural marvel kind of thing. Awesome looking building. If you go towards the back of the Walt Disney Concert Hall, there is also a small community park area with some gardens. Also in downtown LA is the Angel's Flight Railway, which is a funicular ride that goes up the hill. I always think these things are incredibly neat. You can see it there going down the hill. And just a, you know, a simple train. It just goes up and down a hill. It is very old-timey, and I always find them neat. I think it costs around $1. It definitely feels older than some of the other ones I've done like this. Well, I guess we did one in Pittsburgh that was pretty old.
It's a different face.
You love how old-timey the entrance is. Of course, you can't come to Hollywood, California and not see the famous Chinese theater. This is the famous theater with all the handprints out front of it. Unfortunately, it was closed off because it was Oscar weekend, so we didn't get to walk around and see all the handprints ourselves. But it was still kind of cool to see, even though if it was dark.
Yes, it's definitely like a must-see tourist destination. It does look just like Hollywood Studios.
Yes, except without the new Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway sign that's been put up. But still, worth a stop. You love the like the vintage neon lights on the famous Pantages Theater here. So, of course, one of the most famous things in Hollywood is the Walk of Fame here on Hollywood Boulevard. And it's mostly, I'm walking by and I have no idea who any of these people are. But it goes on for miles all around Hollywood Boulevard and the Chinese theater area. I don't think we're going to go into this museum, but that's different.
That's the thing.
We really like the neon sign here for Iguana Vintage Clothing. Another museum we are not going to go into is the L. Ron Hubbard Life Exhibition. But look at that. He's not wearing a shirt and bust. What's fountain? Really cool looking attraction here. This is Escape Hotel. Each room is a different escape room. It's built as like one of the world's largest. And that's it. It's really snazzy looking. Like escape rooms, not really my thing. Never done one, but this is pretty cool. Another piece of Hollywood history here, the Egyptian Theater.
I'm not going to unless I get a friends with you. Right.
Very cool, very stylized architecture. That is a fantastic name for like a cheesy Hollywood Boulevard gift shop. More weird stuff here. You got a Scientology thing and a Museum of Illusions. Not something we're planning on going to, but it looks awesome. They have this giant Funko Pop store. So the Funko store ended up being really cool, almost like more of a museum than a store. And one of the coolest like retail experiences I've seen in my life. This place was awesome. It had tons and tons of like giant exhibits themed to anything from pop culture, from like Marvel and Disney stuff to Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Harry Potter, and then like old school stuff too, like completely retro kitsch stuff like Boo Berry and Count Chocula, the Kool-Aid Man. Oh man, this place was really, really neat. Highly recommend.
It had great photo ops everywhere.
Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. Definitely check this out if you're on Hollywood Boulevard. I do always enjoy a good tourist trap museum, and there's plenty of them here in Hollywood, California. You got the Hollywood Wax Museum, which is in partnership with the Guinness Book of World Records Museum, as well as Ripley's Believe It or Not. And been see these in a lot of places. They're always like a good time. Oh man, there's robots over there, but they don't work yet, and that is sad. We'll say the Hollywood Wax Museum, really cool King Kong. I mean, it wouldn't be a tourist town without Ripley's Believe It or Not, right? So there's a Ripley's Believe It or Not here. We like Trash R2 and Trash 3 C3PO. I do like their entrance, where you go under fountain. They have a smash gas game as well. Will say I do like the Ripley's Believe It or Not. It has like it's February when we're recording this now, so like the dinosaur on top is sort of like Valentine?
Yeah.
Right now we're coming in from the Hollywood and Highland Mall area, which is partially closed off for the Oscars. Apparently it's this weekend, but at the same point, like, the architecture and stuff is beautiful. Like, I love the giant elephants. Cool. I think it's cool. There's also Dave & Buster's, like super fun games down there. Probably not gonna go because we have them at home. There's a crepe place but it's closed that I would totally go to because crepes would be awesome. But I mean, this is really pretty. Some other neat stuff here. You get the Hollywood Museum, which is like all sorts of like movie props and things like that. But I think they closed at like 5, so we're not gonna go there. But then you also got Mel's Drive-In. Assuming like that is where like they got the
That is the original.
yeah.
Not die-in.
Yeah. More nights. Like the neon sign is really cool. So we're here like 2 or 3 days before the Oscars. So like the giant walls are up and you see like the backdrops for the Oscars and things like that. A little bit cool, a little bit also kind of annoying. But I love the neon for the El Cap, the Disney-owned El Cap. Really neat. So we're behind a fence, but the Dolby Theater, where the Oscars are, like literally this weekend.
Oscars.
The El Cap is closed, along with the Ghirardelli stuff, but still got to see Disneyland's Star. So here's the Capitan Theater. Like, the decor is both kind of beautiful and kind of terrifying. I do love a cheesy wax museum kind of thing, but unfortunately, like, Madame Tussauds closes at like 8 p.m. We've been doing like plenty of Madame Tussauds over the years, but not gonna do this one. We're now at a place called the Last Bookshop, or Last Bookstore. Is that Molly wanted to go to?
Yes, it's like a normal bookstore downstairs, but upstairs, it's a lot of weird things.
Time for some lunch here in downtown LA. Going to the Grand Central Food Market. Looks pretty neat. The market's got this awesome looking neon sign. All right, first stop in the market's going to be here, Villa Morliano, with that happy pig chef. And there it is, pork carnitas taco, about $3.50. They give you a free like sample taco while you're in line, and it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Next up is some fried chicken here at Lucky Bird. This looks like a winner. Look at that chicken sandwich. It's gonna run you about $10, but that looks really good. Next on the list, it should be a winner for Molly.
You like cheese?
Delta cheese. Getting a fancy grilled cheese. And there it is. Look at that cheese. Walk by a place called the Playful, which specializes in desserts. It's some awesome looking pies. Look at this. You got apple crumble, Mexican chocolate, Earl Grey tea. That's weird. Mixed berry, chocolate brownie pie, chocolate covered strawberry. This looks awesome. Cereal killer, cheesecake. Really neat. We went with the chocolate covered strawberry. Time for some of the most legendary drunk food on the planet at Fat Sam's. So guys, this is a meal. Molly, you got the fat buffalo.
I did.
What's in there?
It is chicken fingers, mozzarella sticks, melted cheddar, fries, buffalo sauce, and blue cheese dressing.
Then we got like gravy fries,
Mozzarella fries, and gravy.
and then I got the fat Jerry. There's like steak, chicken fingers, all sorts of stuff in there. So we're at Good Time at Davy Wayne's, which is a 70s bar here in Hollywood. And Molly, show me how you enter this bar. Through the fridge. Obviously, how you would enter a bar. And then it's like a 70s house in here. Quick look at the menu. Some interesting specialty drinks. I think I might have to try this Somebody's Baby because it's made with Kool-Aid. And then just a shot of this bar room too, like old vintage soda bottles. Really kind of neat in here. Definitely feels very that 70s show-esque in here. Yeah. Man, one of the bars I was most looking forward to, the Scum and Villainy Cafeteria, closed for a private party. It's done up like a Star Wars in there, like the Mos Eisley Cantina, but not tonight. Private party. So next up we're at the Lono Tiki Bar, and it's really cool. It's big right here in Hollywood. We'll say they do have their own mug for sale. It's $75, but it's really cool. $75 though. I can't spend it. You know, I do a lot of mugs from other prominent tiki bars. But the place is cool, man. Like, it's really big. And then you get into this back room and it just really opens up. Like, I had no idea this place was this big when I walked in. Menu's pretty tiki, a little on the pricey side, but pretty tiki. And hopefully my drinks will be there when I get back. Yeah. Good news, the drinks are here. I went with a zombie. Kind of a standard tiki bar drink, but they said it's a limit 2 per guest, so you know that thing's gonna pack a punch. Molly got a Nui, and the menu's pretty cool. Like you got food and stuff, and it's weird because like you get really, really high-end stuff, like $150 tomahawk steak. A really nice tiki menu, lots and lots of cocktails. Tons of cocktails, and then you do have like sharing drinks. Like look at this guy, Release the Kraken for $350, a giant shell for $120. Like pretty cool. Enough tiki bar, onto the next one. But I love the neon sign out front. So this bubbling fishbowl cocktail is at the Beetle House, which this is the probably the wildest bar we've been to yet. Team towards Tim Burton and Beetlejuice, Nightmare Before Christmas. It is awesome. Like when you enter the bar, you go in a small hallway with a guy dressed as the Joker, like the original like Jack Nicholson Joker, and he just sort of does a skit. And like the pumpkins sing. And I would say the fishbowl is not a bad value. 4 shots in the fishbowl for $25. And this bar is kind of unlike anything I've seen. It's really neat. So this is really cool. All right, guys. Molly liked the name of this one, so we're gonna go in here. So Snow White Cafe, pretty neat. Definitely kind of feels like, especially when you look over here, like you're drinking Fantasyland at Disneyland. No, we got a giant beer. Cost us 15 bucks. But it's a Angel City IPA, which is a really nice IPA. We messed up though, 'cause, like, look at this. We could have gotten a slice of pizza and a beer for half the price. But I do enjoy the decor. And that'll do it for our little tour video of Hollywood. Molly, you've never done like the LA Hollywood stuff before. What do you think and what were your highlights?
No, there's definitely a whole lot to do. I loved the Griffin Observatory. The architecture there was amazing. I also liked the Broad Museum. It was very different. And then the bars. There were so many cool bars and themed bars all around.
Yeah, I would say the bars were probably the highlight for me. I also love that Funko Store, Fat Sal's Deli.
Fat Bells.
And seeing some of the animals at the zoo, too. I love seeing the hippopotamuses and the koalas and stuff like that. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. And if you have any questions about the LA or Hollywood area or anything we did, let us know in the comment section below and we'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.